Hello once again. Thank you for tuning in. And if it's the first time here, my name is Chandra, and I hope this message blesses you or somebody out there. And today's topic is it is always the enemy's desire to remove the mechanism of will from us. My father wants me to come here and talk to his children how the enemy wants to always subject them to under his rules so that he can remove the mechanism of will from their lives, so that he can subject them to his control and mind control games. So the Bible teaches us that when the enemy or Lucifer before he got casted out of heaven, he wanted the crowd to worship him. He wanted to be just like God. And when God saw what was in his heart, twisted and perverted, he was casted down on earth and he fell here. And when he saw Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, made in the image of God, he hated it and he got jealous. He looked at them because he wanted to destroy the creation of mankind. Because Lucifer and his demons, they don't have the body. They don't look like God. And in order for them to function, they need to inhabit a body of a human being that has open doors so that they can head other children of God. So then, when he looked at Adam and Eve, he said, what if I've brought them under my subjection by getting them into sin? He wanted to do so that he can remove that mechanism of will, because God has made us into a three-part being, human beings with a will to choose. Then he cunningly got into a snake and told Eve a bunch of truth but seasoned with lies. He said, if you eat the fruit, you will not die, but you'll be like God, knowing all things. In other words, you'll be your own God and you don't need God. Immediately, when Eve considered the thought to God, she already rejected him. And God was hurt and disappointed. And when Eve bit to that fruit, the forbidden fruit, she thought she was just only eating the fruit. But to God, it was an attempt, because it was an attempt to reject him, because God knew that automatically Eve was brought under Satan's control, which he never told her, because Satan is a deceiver and a father of all lies. And the purpose of Satan deceiving Eve was to remove that mechanism of will, to turn humans into two-part being instead of three-part being that God has created us or intended for us. He wanted humans to be controlled by the emotions and the feelings. He wants us to be under his control. That's why he always partners humans with mind control demons, the spirit that brings you under their control, under their subjection, so that you live in fear. Because fear is a mind control demon. But God created us to have the ability to choose and have the will to do so. That's why God never comes against a will of a person, even if the will is wrong. He will let you do whatever you want to do, because that's God. God doesn't even want us human beings to come against any will of another human being, because God doesn't want us to even pray against the will of another human being, because that is witchcraft or mind control. God wants us to freely choose him, to freely do good. Then he will reward us for our actions. But he doesn't force us to do anything that we don't want to do. because he loves us so much. We have been given that free will by our Father. And the Bible teaches us in James 4:7 to submit ourselves to God, then resist the devil, and he will flee from us. And this is how we break ourselves free from the enemy. This is how we gain our freedom. This is how we are able to do what we want to do. This is how we are able to serve our Father freely without being under any subjection of the enemy, because he always wants to bring us under his subjection and remove that will from us. So people of God, choose God, love God, and you will never go wrong with him, because he loves his children so much. And he always wants us to be three-part beings. Beings with a will to choose, not people who are controlled and subjected to evil rules. So I hope you've been blessed by this message. And if you have, please like and share, subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much for watching, and God bless you.